praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. This is just a lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will it be edifying. Title Terror should make him afraid. Going back into the scripture, I believe it's in Job, maybe the 18th chapter or the 20th chapter, but it says terror should make him afraid because now the FBI comes out and make mention of how three states, I think it was maybe LA, Philly, and New York, that they detained some alleged terrorists that came through the southern border of the United States. Because as we know, the southern border has been open since, well, to be honest with you, foreign nationals have been coming in for the last decade or so. Don't let them make you believe that this is just a new thing when Biden decided to open up the border and lighten the border security. No, no, no. These people have been coming in for decades. Okay. Now it's a show that I watch from time to time, and they give out quite informative information called Redacted by Clayton and Natalie Morris, which they're married. And my humble opinion, I believe they're insiders because I mean they say a lot of things that we can't say, and we're straight up get shut out the box for. So I believe they're very well set up to bring out the information they're bringing up because Esau needs to bring some type of chaos and division among these people. So with that being said, I found out about what is it? I think it's not Southern Prepper, but Steve Ram. He's another guy that believes in prepping and stocking up for the doomsday scenario, which there's no type of preparing or preparation you can do for the time we get ready to enter into if you don't have your Hawabashim Hawashah on your side, and that's just what it boils down to. Okay, you can buy as many doomsday bunkers, you can buy as many weapons and gun and ration kits as you want, but at the end of the day, if the Lord is not with you, then you can forget about that. So anyway, allegedly they detained I believe it was I don't remember how many it was, how many terrorists they detained, but allegedly the FBI had surveillance on these guys for some time, because the FBI themselves have been speaking about, oh well, there's gonna be a national attack on the size of 9/11 here in America. And my question in that is like, how in the hell do you know that if you're not the ones that's formulating these attacks, man? And if you know that, why are you not getting to these people when they're crossing across the border? Okay, because we know that Esau Edom, he's the harbinger of confusion. Okay, he creates scenarios like we always say, the Black Swan event. He creates tensions, okay, and then he order problem reaction solution. He creates the problem, okay, he generates a reaction, and then he comes up with a solution. And the solution is to take away people's rights and pretty much make this an unbearable society, which technically it already is. You see. So with that being said, uh, now the country is on high alert because everybody is like, wait a minute, we got people coming in to attack the country, blase, blase. But if they know anything about how this devil gets down, the real boogeyman is the man that you see in the White House, or the common everyday Edomite, okay, or the what we call them back in Chicago, we call them the Dick Boys, which is detectives, or we call them the Blue and Whites, you know, or they call them 5-0, we call them the law, Esau, whatever you want to call them. But at the end of the day, um, it's them, okay? Because the only how people can come in here and do tyranny to your society is if you letting them in, okay? Because ain't no way in hell that you got ICE agents and the National Guard and people that guards the southern border and other shit. Ain't no way in hell that you who's coming in here, because they have to have an app or some shit to come through the border now. Like, which in my opinion, I'm like, okay, that's kind of crazy. But regardless of it, this man is afraid, so he's controlling and creating a narrative because, like I said, he wants to generate a fear response. Okay, he wants to generate panic. Like when you watch the whole Redacted series, I believe last week, when this guy Dr. Fauci basically got brought up in a hot seat before Congress because basically he was lying and making up shit about the whole pandemic and basically sending people off at their expense while he's got $700 million richer. People have lost businesses, they've lost jobs, okay, they've lost families, people have literally died behind these jabs, and yet only thing they can do is grill this nigga. He should be in prison, you know, because they have something which is called gain of function, which gain of function basically deals with genetically mutating cells or organisms and things like that. So what happens is they take one particular cell and they interject it with another cell and it becomes something hybrid. Okay, it's just like you take an apple and an orange, right? Now you know apple have his own set of DNA or whatever, his own set of strands that makes it an apple. But this motherfucker, he would take an orange and splice it to make it an apple. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you got a hybrid fruit. You know, and this is what this man do. Okay, so with that being said, it's just like, all right, that's what Esau does. You know. So anyway, Shalom Akim Akwathim Yahabashim broke a thumb. This is GMS 4 wins, but the Mayim. It says Job 18:11. It says terror should make him afraid on every side and should drive him to his feet. Gene splicing, that's right. Okay, and it says terrorists. Okay, and now what you have in the news, terror attacks. You know, which they've always had this big boogeyman. Oh, this terrorist here, terrorist there. When they're the ones that's the freaking terrorists, man. Okay, it's Esau doing this shit. Yeah, you got so-called illegals coming in this country, but he's the one that's involved and he's the one that's letting them over here. This is how the FBI knows. This is how the CIA knows. How the hell you think they're able to harp on it so quick when it happened, or they catch it right before it happened, and then they come up with all these particular lies and say, well, we've been tapping their phones and, you know, we have an idea that they're operating out of this. No, if you had insight on that these people wasn't right in the get-go, you would have stopped them already, which showing that you're doing nothing but creating confusion, man. Okay, and then you got these libtards out here, and then you got these conservatives that really believe that this guy, Donald Trump, is going to bring back some type of justice to America, which Donald Trump is set up by the elites. Because going back, and I know I'm all over the place, but going back during the time of the pandemic, remember who approved of the warp speed of the juice? It was Donald Trump. You know, he approved of that shit. So you don't think he had insight on what the hell was going on? Of course he did. He just didn't tell you people that, man, because you people were so hung up in politics and stupidity to the point you don't even know that the people that you set up in office as presidents and governors and mayors are they don't have your best interest, and they never did. You know? So yeah, man, this place is getting ready to fall. All right. So they're talking about another 9/11 style type fucking terrorist attack in America. Even going back to like the Boston bombings, you know, even what was it, like the Boston bombings? I don't remember when it took place, but it was like in the early 2000s or something like that. It may have been like around 2011, 2012, maybe earlier. I can't recall, you know, but it's been a while. But yet, ever since then, going back into 9/11, they basically set up what they call the NDAA Act 2, the National Defense Authorization Act, which basically declares every United States citizen pretty much a terrorist, because the whole war on TRROR was nothing more but a fucking well-generated hoax, because they didn't find any type of forms of anybody from Afghanistan or anybody from those particular regions of the East that came over here to did any type of attack. Okay, America used that situation to justify going over there to take resources, okay, to displace people, okay, and just be a bunch of demons. And this is what they always did, okay? Problem, reaction, solution. You see? Job, what is this? Be like-minded. Job 13. Let me turn this thing off. Salaki, I had my Bluetooth on if I was a little low. But anyway, this is the book of Job 13:4. It says, ye are all physicians. It says, but ye are all forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And when you look up a physician is a person that heals ailments. Okay, you have physicians, which can be herbologists, and then you have what they call doctors. Okay, but a doctor is not necessarily a physician. A doctor is somebody that's like a falsifier, or when they say doctor up a document, or doctor this up and make it look good. Okay, but that's not an actual physician or a person that can really heal you. Because if you pay attention, doctors, they don't really be in the business of healing people. You know, they write your prescription and they send you on your way. Once that leaves, you get another one and you keep coming back until you're terminally ill, and then your ass drop dead. So Esau is nothing more but a physician of no value. Okay, because like I said, you can't convince me otherwise that the CIA and the FBI and all these police organizations do not know that these people are in here and they're doing what they're doing. Okay, you got all types of migrants in here causing all types of trouble. You know, I remember it was this guy from, I think he may have been from, not Pakistan, but he was from one of those I think he was from one of them Iranian countries, and basically they caught him on camera coming through the southern border, stating like, do you know who I am, or you people going to be very sorry sooner than later, you know, which showed me that, yeah, they getting ready to do something. And you think they don't have insight of a guy like that coming in here? Of course they do. They know, you know, because they purposely let them in here so they can be justified on putting people in fucking concentration camps and destroying people's lives, man, and basically setting up the new world order, you know. Psalm 73:5, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Okay, right? Because Esau Edom, he's not in trouble like other men, man. Okay, he can do what the hell he want to do and he can get away with it, you know. Prime example, trying to think what's that situation that matter of fact, I saw Jake. It was a video that was sent, and this happened around 2022. It was this Jake in a restaurant, and I guess he was sitting there having a drink and eating, and I guess somebody called the cops on him, and all of a sudden the cops came in, and he like, look, I called my lawyer. Then he took off running. So they shot the nigga with a taser. He fell, got back up, and continued to ran. So one cop ambushed him, and as they detained him on the ground, they put like fucking 12 bullets in this dude's body, you know, just for running away from the cops, you know. And then one cop yelled out gun, but the nigga never had a gun on him in the first place. He didn't have a weapon on him, you know. But they used that to justify on shooting this guy. But I've seen Edomites beat up cops. I've seen Edomites spit at cops. I've seen Edomites shoot back at cops. And yet, only thing cops did was detain them. They hit them with the taser, detain them. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, they'll let their ass go. So Esau is not in trouble as other men, okay? Because right now, he have that mark of exemption on him to some degree by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because the Most High said he will be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. You know? So, hey, man, this is it's a fucked up society, but hey, luckily it's getting ready to end. What is this? Psalms Isaiah 60:2. It says, for behold, darkness should cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord should arise upon thee, and his glory should be seen upon thee. Yeah, the darkness represents that deception. Okay, people are literally in a deluded state of mind. Okay, and also this earth is gonna go dark. They showed a video of those tornadoes that hit Houston, what, maybe two and a half, maybe 3 weeks ago. And I mean, it looked like somebody literally cut the power off outside, man. That's how quick and abrupt it happened. And we know that the scriptures goes into 3 days of darkness, you know. But anyway, going back into the deception, everybody's under a mass deception, you know. You got Jake that really believe that Donald Trump is gonna make America great again. We didn't yeah, nigga don't hit my car. Yeah, you had Jake basically voting for Biden 4 years ago because they thought Biden was going to pretty much allow them to be degenerates, which he did. But now, since they're losing money and they're behind on welfare and they're not getting that child support no more, they're like, well, Trump going to make it better again. When Trump ain't going to do nothing but lock your ass up. Because Trump even said it. He said, look, when he becomes president, he's locking up officials. He's deporting everybody. Anybody that's against the embedment of the United States, or anybody that's some type of domestic terrorist, he's gonna lock their ass up and he's gonna send them in prison. So when you shed light on the truth, they consider us domestic terrorists because we speak against Babylon the Great, which the scriptures told us to prophesy against it. They consider us domestic teas. So what the hell you think? You think this man ain't gonna roll on us, or try to roll on us, or try to get us quiet or silence us? Hell yeah, man. So this man Trump ain't gonna make nothing better. For all you Jakes out there that really believe that America is just going to be the land of free and opportunity, this place is done. Okay, he can't even stop people from coming into his border, which he's not trying to do it, but he can't even stop a basic fucking terrorist attack, man. Okay, so now these cities are under all types of high surveillance. Chicago, New York, Philly, Pennsylvania, you know, all these major cities. And notice it's always the blue states that always get the most threats, man, because these Democratic leaders have been responsible for allowing this society to fall into decay the way it was, because they're working against the betterment of you people. Okay, which is good for us because that's just prophecy being fulfilled. You see? Anyway, Shalom, brother. GMS Virgin, I in the straight gates. This is be like-minded. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right, that word perilous goes into evil or uncertain times or bad times. Okay, matter of fact, it was a video that I was watching the other day, And basically what happened was, it was this Edomite, man, and I guess they messed up his order. And he was in a drive-through to McDonald's, and basically he went batshit crazy, knocking over cash registers and all types of shit. You got women getting lassoed at 11 o'clock at night, okay, getting kidnapped. You got men getting shot in broad daylight. You got children killing their parents. You got robberies at an all-time high, snatching grabs, Grand Theft Auto, all types of stuff, man. Death threats to senators, all types of shit, you know. So with that being said, man, it's just a matter of time before the Lord allows this thing to implode. And we can't wait, man, because hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we want deliverance. Okay, we want out of this shit. We want salvation. But the scriptures goes into, if you don't go through the straight, how can you inherit the narrow? Which the narrow, in good sense, will be the kingdom. The straight gate right now is the path that we're traveling on to get to the kingdom, which is full of turmoils and dangers and potholes and broken bridges. In some cases, it's like, how the hell am I get? How the fuck am I gonna walk across that bridge when there ain't no road there? And the Most High, like, you'll figure it out. Now you better fly, or you better crawl, or you better jump. But that's the walk we walk, and guess what? It's gonna get a lot harder, man, as time progresses. Because if you see the aggression in people, the spirits, people are turning up. And in my mindset, I feel like that's the Most High preparing us to deal with this adversity, because adversity is gonna be on us in a minute. Okay, it's gonna be like a deer caught in a headlight. They're gonna put light on the prophets, man, and say these guys are the problem. These men are not right. These men are speaking against the betterment of the society. We need these men out of here. Lock them up, or take them out, or make them disappear. And some brothers, they're going to try to put hits out on, man. But hey, if the Lord is with you, who could be against you? You know? One last precept, and I got to end it. This Revelation 19:1. And after these things, it says, I heard a great voice of much of the people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto Yahweh our power. And it says here, for true and righteousness are his judgments, right? Because the Lord is judge. He's righteous in all his judgments. Everything that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai do, he's just. Okay. And it says here, for he have judged a great whore, and that whore is America. Okay. She's known as a whore because she's committed fornication and adultery with all these other nations, and all these nations have had a piece of her dealings. You know, this is why you have what they call a melting pot. But it says, which did corrupt the earth with our fornication, which is these philosophies. And the big one is the momoality, as we know that this is the month of pride, which pride is wicked. Scriptures say pride coming before a fall. This is what's pushed in this world, and you could thank America for that, you know. But it says, which did corrupt the earth with our fornication, and it says, and have avenged the blood of our servants at our hand. Okay, so yeah, man, the Most High is getting ready to avenge the men of the Lord, man. You know, so hey, you brothers out there, you few sisters that may be in the know, stay prayed up, you know, keep teaching the word. Hey, may Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Krakodas, Baraka Thumb to you brothers, man. And Shalom, Abba, may Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai deliver us speedily. Shalom.